My name is Chuck Leaf, and I have the privilege of serving as the president of Naropa University in Boulder, Colorado. It's a joy for me to announce today the establishment of the Chogyam Trungpa Institute at Naropa. Chogyam Trungpa Rinpoche, the Tibetan scholar, Buddhist meditation teacher, poet, and artist, was the founder of Naropa in 1974. And for the 44 years since the Naropa founding, hundreds of faculty and thousands of students have come together to explore the ways in which we could join the wisdom of the Eastern contemplative traditions with the academic disciplines of the West. The Chogyam Trungpa Institute will be a place where the impact of his teachings can be rigorously studied, explored, new creative forms can arise from that work. It will also serve as an archival repository for literally thousands of pieces of written material that he created, artwork, and all sorts of other important artifacts of the remarkable life that he had, especially in the West. We believe that the work that Trungpa Rinpoche did from the time he arrived in North America in 1970 was really instrumental in the creation of what today is called the modern mindfulness movement, and established the strong interest in Buddhist practice, I think, in the Western world. The establishment of the Chogyam Trungpa Institute at Naropa is only made possible because of the collaboration with many other people. Notably, Mrs. Diana Mukpo, who was Trungpa Rinpoche's wife and who has beautifully and powerfully protected his work and his teaching since his death in 1987. We are also in close collaboration with Kalapa Media. Kalapa Media is the publishing arm of Shambhala International, which is the Buddhist organization that Trungpa Rinpoche founded when he arrived in North America in 1970. Finally, are delighted that a collaboration has taken place with the Shambhala Archives under the direction of Mrs. Carolyn Gimian. And not only have we collaborated with Carolyn, but we have managed to convince her to step in as the first executive director of the Chogyam Trungpa Institute, something that I'm sure will lead to great success as we establish the work here in Boulder, Colorado. I want to thank everyone for your interest in the Chogyam Trungpa Institute and look forward to sharing more information with you over the coming months. I invite you to hear some remarks from Mrs. Diana Mukpo and Mrs. Carolyn Gimian, who will talk about the Chogyam Trungpa Institute from their points of view. Thank you very much.
On behalf of the Mukpo family, I would like to express our happiness that finally we have been able to create a repository of Trungpa Rinpoche's teachings at Naropa University. When Trungpa Rinpoche decided to found Naropa, which was initially an institute and then became the first Buddhist-inspired university in the United States, he wanted to model it on the great Nalanda University in India. And then he decided that that would be too arrogant to actually use that name, but he wanted to found it on the same principles as Nalanda, and therefore called it Naropa. And almost 31 years now after his death, we have a repository where we can house many of his works and also create an educational system where we can educate more editors, because we still have a lot of unpublished material. I think he would have been so happy that this had happened at Naropa because of the purity of the intention of this educational organization, that his teachings would remain in their purest form and also be accessible to people for generations to come. It is extremely timely that those people who are now getting older, who are his students, can still have the influence to make sure that this is done appropriately for the benefit of future generations, people who will come after us, who never had the opportunity to know him and to receive his teachings, but can still have that benefit from the work that is being done at Naropa.
Hello, I'm Carolyn Gimian, the newly appointed director of the Chogyam Trungpa Institute here at Naropa University. I'm delighted and honored to be able to shepherd this project for the next few years as it gets going. For me, the Chogyam Trungpa Institute is the culmination of about 30+ years of work in archiving and preserving his teachings in all their forms. And now the Institute is providing the opportunity to go from that activity to focusing more on access to the material and to expanding the audience of those interested in his teachings and in the man himself. One of our first projects will be an online platform for his teachings, which we're calling CHELA, the Chogyam Trungpa Electronic Library and Archive. And that's made up of audio, video, transcriptions so that we can have captioning of the audio and video, also photographs and many other artifacts that we'll include. So I'm really looking forward to that, and I think that will really expand the audience. We want to be sure that this is done in a way that is not just data-driven, but also really audience-based, so it speaks to people. The Chogyam Trungpa Institute has the support of Trungpa Rinpoche's family. It also is being supported by the Shambhala Archives and by the Allen Ginsberg Library here at Naropa and many other organizations. So I'm really pleased that so many people are supporting it, and I think it's important for it to be a collaborative effort. And I'd like to invite all of you to join us and help this institute realize its potential. Thank you.